Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Stop.Sit.Surrogate with Kennedy and Ellen and guests. So many guests. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. But okay, let's go real quick. So Rachel, you want to introduce yourself first?
Hi, I'm Rachel, and I'm on my second journey, and it's been a long journey, but we're getting there, we're getting somewhere. And I'm a
Good.
mom of two, a boy and a girl, and I live in Nevada.
Nice.
Next door.
City of hot.
Yeah. Autumn, do you want to go?
Sure, yeah. Hi, I'm Autumn. I have a 2-year-old daughter of my own. I'm on my second surrogacy journey. I'm about to transfer on June 6th.
Oh my gosh, June what?
June 6th.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, that's next week.
That's 5 days.
And I'm from New Jersey.
Yay.
Nice.
And then Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I am a mom of three, a stepmom of three, and I'm on my third journey.
Oh my God.
Girl, you are so busy.
Yeah.
And my transfer will probably be around the 22nd.
Oh
Of
my
June?
gosh, of this month?
Yeah.
Finally.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Yay,
great.
so many exciting things. Okay. Well, this is our first go around at this, but basically we're just gonna get as real and raw as we can. So let's talk about transactional surrogacy. Anybody want to start? I personally don't think that there is surrogacy that's transactional unless you start off saying that it's business.
Yeah.
But
And you can't be on any federal aid, any state aid, anything like that to be a surrogate. You couldn't back when I did it, and you can't do it now. So this whole thing about, oh, they need the money. Yeah, no. I don't, that's false. False. Miss Chloe, false.
My thing is, if it's transactional, then you've made it that way. You need to put in the work and effort. Just like with any type of relationship, friendship, anything like that, you really need to put in that time. And I'm hearing a lot of things that Chloe, her surrogate, was pregnant after she found out that her man was cheating, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So if I was in Chloe's situation, I would have had poured all my love and effort into my surrogate to help me deal with all the extra stuff. But
yeah,
to each their own. Just saying.
To each their own. Yes, I mean, we know that this was during COVID. So like already there's a detachment in the relationship in general because it's in COVID. Like you see in the video, she's wearing a mask. Like they probably whisked her away because of COVID. So there wasn't everybody can bond in the same room.
Right.
And I rewatched it right before we got on, and she only says what she feels. Like she felt guilty of taking the baby away. Now we're all surrogates here. Are any of you personally offended when the parents take the baby from you?
No.
I think it's a little odd if you are.
Right. Do you want to elaborate on that, Autumn?
It's just weird. It's because why would you feel offended? It's their baby. They're taking back their child. And just, in my opinion, I don't have an attachment to the baby. I have more of an attachment to the IPs than the baby. So you shouldn't.
Yeah. And it's cool to watch them take their baby. Like if they can do it in the same room, great. But if they can't, go have your bonding moment. Let me kind of get myself together, and like we'll meet up a little bit later. Like and kind of awe at what we all just did. Yeah.
I want that though. I want to see them have their baby and me off. Like that's important.
That's right. You didn't have that.
Very.
Yeah. And I think that's where a lot of our wanting to do this again comes from, because I think that's the moment that is like, oh, that makes up for everything. Like no matter what happened in the journey, that's the special moment.
But I also want to put out there, we're not knocking Chloe for feeling how she felt.
No.
Just want to put that out there. We're not knocking the way she felt, but I'm wondering how her surrogate felt hearing what she said.
And hearing what Candice Owen said, I'm more pissed at that than anything else.
Oh, I didn't
I'm
know
very
what they
upset
said.
with that.
What she said? Wait, I didn't hear that part.
Oh, you didn't hear what Candice Owen said?
No, I just know what Chloe was saying.
Oh
Oh,
my
God.
gosh. Okay, so I watched. Rachel, did you watch it?
Oh, I have watched a lot of Candice Owen, and she irks me very, very much. Of
Rubs you the wrong way.
any topic that she talks about, it's just like,
Right. Where are you coming
What?
from, Candice? Right.
Yeah.
Amanda, have you seen it?
Okay, Candice Owens, I try not to because she
Yeah.
pisses me off on every subject, because I swear she always just takes an opinion that she knows is going to irk people, like for clickbait. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So
Yep.
don't worry about her like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
She equated surrogates to prostitutes,
Well,
and that
was
we're demonic. There's a demonic
wait a
thing in
second.
surrogacy.
yes.
Okay.
Somebody else comment on this besides us. Or
Yeah, I'll shut up.
Say something about that. Okay, so I have said about myself that in a way I am a sex worker. Now, obviously not prostitution. There's no sex involved, but my organs are involved, my sexual organs.
Okay.
And so, you know, in a way, I am. There is that kind of aspect to it, because you're very vulnerable. You're using your body and your very personal parts of your body to help other people. And I mean, I believe that sex work is real work. So I know some people are like, prostitution's demonic. And I'm like, I mean, if it's done in the right situation with the control given to the sex worker, whatever. It's not my business. I wouldn't do it because I am not that type of person. But again, Candice Owens just wants to be, annoying. And as far as Chloe, I think, okay, so I had thoughts on this that I wanted to share. I'm going to share it real quick though.
Do it.
Okay. So my thought is that when you're working with an intended mother versus a gay male couple, what you're doing is you're doing the part that they can't do. And if they've already done it, they know what they're missing out on. And if they haven't done it, in both situations, they need to work through that kind of infertility or fertility issue trauma, because that should come before. And that's why we do psych evals. But do rich people have to do psych evals?
No.
Right.
And she already had a cheater man, and to then have another baby just because she wants her children to have the same dad,
right.
Again, she allowed herself to be in that situation, shittily in that situation, where she was hurting and then she wasn't bonding. Yeah. And I mean, over COVID, I had my first surrogacy and I still bonded with my couple, I just think, yeah,
it definitely takes effort on both sides. And Autumn, and for anybody else who doesn't really know everything that Candice Owen said, I can crunch it down real quick because I just watched it and wrote all these notes and was like, oh my gosh, that is insane. But basically, she was saying you wouldn't take an animal, like a baby animal, away from its mom within the first 3 months or whatever. So why are we doing it to the babies? So right there, she's already got her facts wrong. Right, we're not the biological mother. And she's saying how you're borrowing and purchasing another body. But
I'll give her borrow. I won't give her purchase.
Yeah. But at the same time, she also is very interesting when she contradicts herself in the sense of how much she supports pro-life. So she's totally against abortions, and she thinks that even if you're raped or in a situation of any kind, that you should carry a baby to term, and if the baby's ripped from you at that point, that's a blessing. But if the baby is ripped from your arms after surrogacy, that's demonic. So
weird.
It's a bit interesting.
Well, and that's another thing. Okay, so I know, Ellen, you're adopted.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
am too.
Good
when
memory. You
you
are
are
too? Rachel, you are too?
Oh,
Girl. Okay, go.
okay. So my stepkids are adopted by my husband and his ex-wife. Okay. And so I've done tons of like research on adoption and all of this. And where I feel it's different is that my stepkids that are adopted, they have a strong, strong, strong bond, even though they just really met her, their biological mother. They're in reunion with their bio mom. They don't have a super tight relationship with their adoptive mother, but they have a decent relationship with me. So what it is how did they have this instant connection with this person that gave birth to them? It's the biological thing. They look at her, they talk to her, and they have that biological connection.
They do.
And they're, as what Kim said about, well, the baby feels your organs when it's inside of you. She said that whole bit. I think, yeah, there is something about like the babies we gave birth to will always, I think, always know us in some way. Like if we talk, like I talk to my surrogate babies regularly. And, at this point, the older one, she knows who I am. And so, I think, there is, if you're the person that births the baby or the biological person, there is a connection no matter what. But to say that it's okay, I'm not gonna overshare. I'm not gonna overshare about, choosing life and giving up your baby versus abortion.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, there's so many intricacies, and it's like it's very complex. It's not as simple as ripping a baby from the person that birthed it, right?
It's very, very different. And I think that as long as two parties are consenting, we have contracts. Like we know everything that's going into it. So I don't know.
I just can't get over the fact that they're even putting it out there in the universe, because Candice Owen has a very big platform that surrogates are prostitutes, that we need the money. Surrogate wouldn't do it if she didn't need the money. I'm sorry, I didn't do it for the money. I did my last one for the money because I wanted to go to school, but I didn't do the first two for the money. I didn't. It wasn't even a thought. Like, it wasn't even a thought. So I'm not dissing surrogates that go into it and go, yeah, I got to do this for the money. You're still psychologically have to be clear. You can't be on aid. You have to go through all these hoops just to get to even be considered to be a surrogate. I'm blown away that she's got that mentality, that she
Then everyone should just work for free then.
Yeah, there you go. Let's be socialist.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Line 'em up.
It is hard work. Being a surrogate is hard work. Like it's a service. Like you're providing a service.
And
No one
if you work,
like no one ever thinks it's so easy. You just carry a baby and just give it back. Like it's not that easy.
it's not. Let's see all your asses or your butts after all those shots you just took, and tell me that that's easy, and feel all the big knots and tell me that's easy. It's not easy.
I didn't even have to do those shots, thank the goodness. But we'll see this time around how it goes. I don't know.
No shots?
I only had to do the loop run in the belly. That was it.
Get out. You did everything oral, Rachel?
No, I did the inserts. Yeah,
inserts. Okay.
But those are like
messy.
we're not even gonna get into those.
Yeah.
But I do want to say one thing.
Yeah.
It is about taking that time, because it's funny because on TikTok people are like, well, if you're adopted, then you're traumatized. But it's like, I'm perfectly fine.
Me too.
Like there's nothing wrong with me. I'm cool, So it's just like people are like ejecting how they feel, because everyone's different. Everyone takes it differently, So it's just like they just want to eject their feelings and how they feel on other people, and telling me, oh, I should be feeling this way, or you do feel this way, when in reality it's like, I don't feel that way.
Right.
So it's just like you just want to make issues and cause problems for what?
And I think maybe Chloe's going through some stuff when she said that. I really do. I think she just, like you said, the cheating husband and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I
And that's
do,
how she felt. How she felt.
well, right. That's what I want to say. There's a difference between feelings and facts. And
Yeah.
you only ever hear Chloe say, I felt.
Right.
No one's telling her she can't feel like that. But I think everybody else is jumping on the bandwagon of, oh, it's a fact. Like surrogacy is transactional. No, Chloe said it felt transactional. And that's because of the circumstances at hand. It's a big difference between it actually being transactional and how she feels. And
Yeah. Exactly.
I've only been through one journey where it felt transactional.
No. And I wonder how her surrogate felt, like if she felt it was transactional, because I think maybe if you are in a situation with a celebrity, I followed a lady on TikTok who was a surrogate for, I guess it was Martha Stewart's daughter or like somebody like that's daughter. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And she didn't end up getting pregnant. But I guess the other surrogate did. She didn't know there was like a multiple surrogates trying at one time thing. Like it was really crazy. And she just remembers like how hurt she felt and how like disposed of she felt. And like, I don't know, like the whole thing she said, like it wasn't a personal relationship. Like it was all very much like she was my boss, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's something that you talk to them about ahead of time. Like you hopefully get that feeling. Like you don't just accept a match to accept a match.
Right. No matter who they are, no matter their status,
Right.
like anything like that. I think it everything goes into like that surrogate had to have known kind of going into it, hey, this is how communication is going to work, because maybe they didn't, you can go into surrogacy anonymously. So like maybe they didn't tell her who the IPs were going to be for that reason, but you will know, oh, okay, you have to communicate this way or that way. So I mean, I would hope that the surrogate wasn't blindsided, but yeah, it'd be really interesting to hear her thoughts on like how she felt in the moment. Like, did she feel that it was transactional? I'm gonna say probably not, but I don't know.
She's probably signed an NDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
I
can't
don't
talk.
know how she feels right now after hearing what Chloe said.
Right.
I know,
Right.
that's the worst part. That's like the worst part is like you
I
just
feel
like
terrible.
gutted.
I'd love to just go hug her and say, hey, you have a whole world out here that supports you. I wish she could come on and talk, because that's sad. It's sad.
It's so sad.
Unless she just went into it as a transactional thing. She knew it was going to be that way, but I can't believe any surrogate. Well, I shouldn't say that. I just find it very hard to go into it as a transactional. You're going to develop some type of feeling because there's too much going on. You guys are creating life together. I don't know. I can't imagine she went into it as a transaction.
But if it was supposed to be a transactional thing, why is Chloe so upset that it was a transactional thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like it wasn't.
Yeah.
I feel like she can also change how she felt. Like
Yeah.
if you're feeling like, oh shoot, this is feeling transactional to me. I kind of want to change that. How can I change that? What can I do to fix it to make it feel more of a connection? And then you just go to your surrogate and be like, hey, what can I do to help you out? Make it feel, because good as heck well, she could have flown that girl any dang way. Flown her out to her house or anything.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, it's true. She could have put in, if she felt that way, she could have changed it.
Yeah, even if it was COVID, you can't use that as an excuse, because there's Zoom, there's telephone calls, there's texting, there's many, many, many different forms that people have found to stay in touch, even if they were in the same state and they couldn't actually get together.
And that's another thing that irritates me. They have such a huge platform, but they don't share it on social media until like later on, after everything happens, and then they want to say all this stuff. It's like, if you kind of just like went through the process online and shared with everybody. But I know people are like, well, celebrities don't have to share their whole life, blah 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 blah, blah. But they sure do want to speak about it after the fact.
Right. If it didn't go their way. Wow.
And then not make a statement saying, oh, you guys are misunderstanding, or you guys are blowing this out of proportion. Like I saw somebody, I don't even know who it was, some guy on some news channel or whatever, and he was saying that, oh, look at Chloe's speech, and at the end it's that paid advertisement for surrogacy where she says, oh, but it's still a beautiful and amazing thing, because she says that at the end of how she felt. And it's just like, well, no, maybe she actually feels that it was a beautiful and amazing thing. I don't think it was a paid advertisement. I don't think she's faking the fact that she got her son. Like,
Yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
Mhm.
To no
Mhm.
end. To no end. But
But Autumn, you might not want to see Candice because she like Amanda was saying, she's too much. She's
She
too
is
much. Too much.
So from what you told me, I don't want to.
yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna
No.
be mad. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
When Candace goes and has involved in some type of surrogacy, either on the receiving end or the carrying end, then let's hear what she has to say. Then let's hear what she has to say, but not just because she feels like she can come out and say all these terrible things that people are prostitutes. I think that's the biggest one that got me, that you need the money, you're on welfare or whatever, and you're a prostitute. Like, no, we're not.
You're on
We all
welfare.
have families, because you can't be a surrogate unless you have a child. So there are families involved. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that surrogacy is bad either, just like Rachel. I'm not. I mean, I'm prostitution. I'm not. If that's how you have to feed your family, that's how you have to feed your family. You do what you got to do, but
I think
I'm not in your
it's
shoes.
also like, okay, so she's looking at prostitutes and making a judgment, you know, and she's coming from here and she's looking down upon, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she talks to customer service people or people serving her food or, you know, people that clean her house or whatever as less than her. Like anything that's below her. She wants to say, oh, well, you know, if they really needed a job, they don't have to sell their body. They could go to McDonald's. And it's like, you know, get a job. You know, it's like one of those things. And it's like they're always telling people like you should just go get a job, and it's like then you get a job or you do something, anything, and they want to be like, oh, that's awful. And like for surrogates, you're not living off of your surrogacy like what you get compensated, but it's helping. It's usually in addition to, you know what I mean? It's like I was a stay-at-home mom for the first two. We're like working part-time-ish here and there, but like, you know, now I'm working full-time and, you know, doing the process, but it's just like, I don't, it comes from a place of like classism where she's looking down on people because I don't know any wealthy surrogates personally. I mean, I'd say we're all like, you know, I'm not saying we're in poverty, you know, I'm just saying like, we're just normal people.
Yeah.
Middle class.
Yeah, middle class, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if did any of you have home visits before you became surrogates or no?
No.
No, yeah, one of mine did. One of my agencies had to come to my house just to make sure I wasn't living in squalor. Go figure, I don't know, but whatever. Just wondering.
I would be so pissed.
I mean, they say it,
I'd be mad.
but they don't actually do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Okay.
heard.
Exactly.
Maybe they look up the address.
Okay.
Plus, why do we want to work with coworkers anyways?
Right.
We can work by ourselves.
Oh my gosh.
So much better.
Preach it. It's a fun industry to be in, I gotta say. I want to ask you guys two questions and then we'll wrap it up. But why do you feel that surrogacy is not transactional? What makes it not transactional?
Does anybody want to go first? I'll
I
go
know.
first.
Go ahead.
I mean, for me, okay, so my first two journeys were with the same couple, gay couple, love them to death, love them individually. And we built a wonderful relationship. And I was like, I love being pregnant, but I'm not trying to add more to this Brady Bunch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if my body can do something relatively easily, why not help somebody else? And then currently I'm with a straight couple, and I'm telling you, the intended mother is like the most wonderful human. And just, it's about the relationship. You know what I mean? It's about the relationship that you build with these people and then the ability to help them grow their family.
Right.
Yes, you do get compensation.
As you should.
As you should.
As you should.
But, you know, that's not the main thing.
It's not, because I will say this is going to be controversial to what we're talking about, but I did it and I fell in love with it without realizing how much I'd fall in love with it. but I kept going because I knew my end goal was to buy a house as a single mother. And I have no shame in that because you know what? I did a service and I was compensated for my service and I gave me and my son a better life and I helped create 3 families. So I did not sell my body. I provided a service and I have 2 wonderful relationships out of it. Like, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
No shame.
No shame.
No
Don't.
shame. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, does anybody have anything else to add? I mean,
For me, it's not transactional because I get called auntie now from the twins. And so I know not everybody wants that kind of relationship or anything like that. So for me, I'm just like, okay, I want to extend my family, you know, because my family's kind of small already. So getting to expand and all of that stuff has like, it's in my heart more than anything, you know? So I'm more of like, if I feel it, that's why they say, make sure your match is the right match for you. You really have to feel it. Because if you don't feel it, just like Kennedy, you know?
Yep.
yeah.
So it's just like, if you don't feel it, then I guess it can feel transactional, I guess. But
Yeah. It can
I
feel
feel it
more
deep.
businessy.
Yeah. If it's more businessy, and that's why they say like write what you want out of the relationship and at the end and all of that stuff because you know. So that's why I'm like, I would like a relationship at the end. We don't have to be like talking every day, every second of our lives, but pictures once in a while here and there, you know, is great. So and that's what I get now. So it's like it's watching them grow up and I'm like, oh, my little niece and nephew, you know. And one day I will go to France and see them. So it's, you know.
How fun.
Yeah. So it'll be a fun trip.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, like, do you guys feel like you prefer a more relationship and after the journey is over, like at least pictures, you know?
Yeah, I actually changed that. My last journey, I said I didn't care what it was going to be like at the end, and it was more of like a transaction. It was, and that's just not what I wanted. And so now my second journey, I told him exactly what I really wanted at the end. I want a nice relationship, and I think I found the right couple that's going to give me what I need. I don't like that word, but
No, yeah, it's
what you deserve.
Yeah.
What you deserve, Autumn. That's right. What you deserve.
Absolutely.
Okay, so doing this 20 years ago, I had no clue they paid you for surrogacy. I'm gonna be damn honest with you. No clue. I just knew I liked being pregnant. I wanted to be pregnant. We were done. I wasn't doing anymore. And I'm like, wait, how can I do this? Like, oh, wait a minute, surrogacy, what is that? And then I thought, oh yeah, okay, well, I can help another family. Let me do that. So I didn't even know that they paid you. And I thought even when they started talking money, I thought it was like super, super low. Well, back then it was kind of super high. Like, I'm like, oh, wow, I'm really going to get that because I worked full time. So the first one was transactional, 100%. Second one, no, it was not. They're going to be 21 and I'm involved in their lives. Back then they called me California mom. Now when I'm talked about and I'm not there, I'm introduced as, it's my surrogate birth mother. I'm like, whoa, wow. Like it's super cool. So it's not just the parents I have a relationship with the kids I have a relationship. And that's the only one that worked out for me. The other 2 were 100% transactional. And I knew it going in on both of them. I didn't want it that way, but it's the couples I got. But I didn't go into it being transactional. I didn't. I went into it to fill a piece of my heart because I was adopted and I knew what that felt like. And I'm not saying it was a trauma. I just knew how could gay men have a baby that was biologically related to them if they didn't get help from someone? Right. That's where my head was. That's where my head was. And that was a need I needed to fix in me. Like I just had to get that, like that piece of that puzzle. And I did. And then my birth mom found me, but that's a whole nother story. So it just goes along, you know?
For another day.
Yeah, another day, right. But yeah, that's why I went into it. That's really why I went into it, but didn't know that the money was there. And once I figured, oh my God, there's money in this. It's like, I don't know. I was just, how do I feel about that? And I thought, you know what? It's a year-long job. I feel good about it. Pay me.
What you just said though, Mom, it's gonna make for a lot of controversial
I don't care.
conversations, which I'm trying to avoid. So when you say transactional,
Yeah.
are you meaning really more business than
Yeah. Business.
Okay, because I
business.
think transactional has such a negative
It's like buying a baby.
stigma.
Right. But I felt my
Whereas
first one
a
was buying a
business,
baby.
it was more professional and just like, do your job, we'll do ours, and that's that.
The first one, they bought a baby. The last one was transactional. It was more business-like. It was very businessy. It was very, they didn't want a relationship, you could tell. And it was like, well, crap, this was misleading. So sad.
It is sad.
Sad. But they can be if you're not
Did
careful,
you get
guys.
to
And
pick
you
who
guys
you
are
were
careful.
matched with?
One more time.
Did you get to pick who you were matched with, or did they
Number
just tell you?
one, no. The first one, no.
Okay.
The second one, I demanded it. And the third one, they gave me people that just were not gonna, nobody was gonna, the ones they were giving me were just not gonna connect with me. And I knew it. So I just had to pick one because I was too far in the journey and I just needed to, I had a timeline. I'm gonna be honest, I had a timeline. So we just did it. But yeah, whatever. Business.
One last question. Rachel, do you feel like your body is being sold?
No, because I can do what I want with it. See, when it's like, when you say, okay, it's like when they compare it to like human trafficking, it's not like I'm forced against my will to do anything. I can still do whatever I want with my body. Well, okay. Not whatever I want with my body, but whatever's not in the contract,
Right.
I can do.
Right.
So, and I'm not being forced to do anything that I do not want to do. So,
Absolutely.
no.
Good. Autumn, do you feel like you're selling your body?
No, not even the slightest bit. Like Rachel said, it's my body, my choice. I'm gonna do whatever I want with it. And like she said, not whatever, but like, I'm gonna do what I want with my body. And obviously it's a lot of work and I'm gonna get compensated for it.
As you should, girl. Amanda, do you feel like you're selling your body?
I feel like I'm renting a part of my body out. Okay.
Sure.
However, I'm choosing to do so. Nobody's found me, and it's not like The Handmaid's Tale,
I was gonna bring that up.
Right.
So many people say that.
It's not like I'm against my will. They're like, fertile girl, you go and wear the red cloak. It's nothing crazy. It's just like I happen to have this specific set of skills.
Yeah, it's true.
And it's something I like. And everybody's like, oh my God, that's so crazy because I was sick my whole time, or this or that or the other. And it's like, exactly, surrogacy isn't for you. It's for somebody like me that just, for whatever reason, I like being pregnant. And do I complain at the end like a normal person? Sure. And does childbirth hurt? Yeah, absolutely. But afterwards you feel so like great, so accomplished, so wonderful.
Yeah.
And you live your life completely normal with relative, the things that you're not allowed to do are normal things that a pregnant person that cares about their pregnancy wouldn't do anyway.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Good point. Yep.
Perfect.
And I think prostitutes make more than us every night. So
yeah, if you broke it down, I'm sure they freaking do. Like if you broke it down in like a day, how much we actually make.
The high end ones. Wow.
Yeah. The higher end ones,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's funny.
Like per hour, I'm sure they make more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh my gosh. Well, if nobody has anything else to say, I think this has been so wonderful, and it's so nice to get 3 other perspectives.
Yeah.
It's so nice. Thank you, ladies, for taking time. I know you're back east.
And good luck with the transfers, ladies. Oh my gosh.
I know. I feel like everyone's
exciting.
everyone's getting close, to
transfer,
being all pregnant together, kind of.
Like all 3 of you are going to be in June?
Not me. No, I'm still waiting.
Not Rachel.
You're waiting. Okay, 2 of you. Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but we've had a little kind of not the best situation for all surrogates across the board.
This past
And I
year
feel
has
like
been
now-
insane.
Yeah. So I feel like now we're kind of like, okay, everyone's doing good. We're getting
Yeah.
pregnant. Let's go. Keep up the momentum.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So, sending you guys sticky vibes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Okay, you already follow her, Mom. I already put you on.
Oh,
all
you
the
already put
girls.
me in with all these people's? Okay.
I've set you up with everybody.
I know I'm on Rachel's. I know I'm on Rachel's.
You're on, yeah, you got Rachel, you got Amanda, you got Autumn, you got a bunch of girls.
I'm fabulous. Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
See
Thank
ya.
you, ladies.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, that was fun.
That was
But
That
that
was
was really
all
fun.
Yeah.
And I really, really appreciate them coming on. I'm so happy that other
Yeah.
people like want to like give their opinions on it. And I
Right.
think we got three pretty much
Very-
the same opinions, but different,
But
different
different.
outlooks.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, yeah. And I'm so glad. I think they all are like, have good couples now, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you too. So yeah,
Me too. Yeah.
fabby.
It's all
Fabby.
working out.
It's all working out.
All working
Okay.
out. Well, if you guys like this episode, please like and subscribe. And if you guys have any questions or would like to come on and share a topic, have a topic with us, we would be so open to that. So please feel free to reach out to me at Stop.Sit.Surrogate. And yeah, this is our new way of talking about the controversial, uncomfortable topics, and we can't wait to hear what other people have to say about them.
Maybe even some good topics if they come up. Maybe if somebody out there in the big wide world that has a bigger platform says something positive, maybe we come on and give props for that. Maybe we can incorporate
we can
that
totally
too.
do that.
Yeah.
That'll
That'll be a long time coming, but we can see.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, this is a different type of edition to Stop
Yeah.
Sit Surrogate. Thank you all for listening and tuning into this new series with us.
Nice.
Okay.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Bye.